Hi guys, today we are going to discuss about a topic called strategic management. Let us introduce about myself. My name VB Karnamurthy, working as an associate professor in Wings Business School, Tirupati. So today we are going to see a brief introduction and characteristics and benefits of strategic management in this topic. So let us go for a small introduction. So strategic management can be described as the identification of the purpose of the organization and the plan and action to achieve that purpose. You can see that here they are clearly explaining about the purpose. So if anybody who starts an organization will definitely have a certain purpose. So the purpose may be a long term or it should be a short term or anything, but the purpose is going to be very clear that they want to become number one in the market. So like that they will definitely set a purpose. So for achieving any purpose they definitely require a strategy. So without strategy we cannot achieve anything in the present competitive market. So definitely strategic management will help you to achieve your goals by putting lot of efforts for preparing of plans and implementing all those plans into action. Next one, it involves formulating and implementing of strategy. So you can see that strategic management will always motivate you to formulate the strategies. After the formulation you can easily implement all those strategy in your organization. Once the organization is accepting the strategy, then automatically your purpose is going to be get easily achievable. Further, we definitely want to implement strategic management to attain any company purpose for future developments. Next, so definition. Here I'm taken two definitions. Definitions are going to be given by Learned in 1965 and Thies in 1990. Here you can see the first definition. It is the study of the functions and responsibility of general management and the problems which affect the character and success of the total enterprise. Here you can see that normally a strategic management is a topic which always discuss about solving of problems, because every day the problems are going to be common in an organization. Once the problems are going to be get rectified, automatically you can easily achieve the success. That's why always you want to be focus on the problems, and if anything is going to be get went wrong, you want to try to rectify those mistakes and make it as a success for the future development of the organization. That is given by a Learn 1965. So strategic management can be defined as the formulation, implementation and evaluation of managerial action that enhance the value of the business enterprise. Here you can see that if you want to implement any strategy in your organization, you definitely want to formulate. After formulation you definitely want to implement all those strategies in the organization. Without the evaluation you cannot check whether the implemented strategy is going to be working successfully or not. Further, you definitely wanted to implement and evaluate the strategy whatever you are framed in the organization. That is given by Thies in 1990. So next we are going for a characteristics of strategic management. So these are the major the characteristics of strategic management which I identified. So first one is flexibility, second one is integration, third one is innovation, fourth one is long term plan, fifth one is guideline of plan, sixth one is determination of alternatives, and seventh one is consideration of environment. Here you can see that each and every character is going to be very important for framing of any type of proper strategy to achieve for the organizational developments. First one, let us go for the first one, flexibility. So always the strategy which you are framed want to be flexible, because if the strategy A fail, then you want to prepare for the strategy B. If the strategy B fail, then you are ready to prepare for the strategy C. So strategies are always going to be flexible. Next one, integration. So here you can see that you definitely want to integrate all the departments in the organization to prepare any strategy which you want to implement in the organization. Without the involvement of all the departments, the strategy whichever you are framed will not be get properly implemented in the organization. That's why you definitely want to integrate all the departments in the organization while you are implementing any strategies in the organization. That is very important point. Next one, innovation. So always the strategists want to be innovative. So if the person who thinks innovatively can definitely attain the purpose with ease. The person who goes with the traditional purpose it will take lot of time, but the person who go innovatively, he can achieve the plan within a very less span of time. He can definitely achieve that. So that's why always the strategic want to give importance to the innovation in the market. Next one, long term plan. Strategic management always prepared for attaining of long term plan, not for a short term or a for a basic objective. So normally the strategic management is going to be prepared to attain long term plan of the organization. Next one, guidelines of plan. So for achieving of any long term plan, you definitely want to frame the guidelines. Without the guidelines, no employee can properly make the long term plan is going to be get success. So that's why the guidelines are going to be very important for attaining of long term goal or a plan. So that is very important. Next one, determination of alternatives. Always you want to be prepared with alternatives. If alternatives are going to be more, then if any failure is going to be get happen, we are going to implement another alternative. So alternatives are going to be very important for any strategic management, so that you want to be keep in mind. Next one, consideration of environment. Always you want to be consider about the environment. So normally in an organization we are having two types of environments, that is internal environment and external environment. So internal environment is going to be continuously discussing about the internal strengths and weakness of the organization, and external environment is going to be continuously discussing about company's opportunities and threats. So if the company will be strong internally, then they want to get a more reputation, and then they want to get more support from the external environment. So that's why they want to put lot of efforts in the external environment to increase the company's strength in the outside of market also. So that is what consideration of environment. You always want to be consider about the environment when you are implementing any strategy in the organization. Next one, benefits of the strategic management. So normally these are the major benefits which we are having in the preparation of strategic management. You can see that competitive advantage, first one. Second one, achieving goals. Third one, sustainable growth. Fourth one, cohesive organization. And fifth one, increased managerial awareness. First and foremost thing, so competitive advantage. So when you are implementing the strategic management in your organization, you always having a competitive advantage, because the competitor who will not implement any strategy that you are implementing in your organization, that's why you are always different when compared with the competitors. That is why the strategic management will definitely give it to you. Second one, achieving goals. So strategic management will always help you to achieve your goals. So any person who starts any organization will have certain objectives. So you can definitely achieve that objective by implementing of strategic management in the organization. That is very clear concept. Next one, sustainable growth. So what is meant by a sustainable growth? Here you can see that always the growth is going to be very important for any type of organization which they are started in the society. So for making that growth, they definitely want to put lot of efforts to make that organization from budding to a peak one. For that, they definitely want to frame lot of strategies. Next one, cohesive organization. So cohesive organization is nothing but organization want to be cooperatively work with all the members for framing of strategies. You can see that if our company is having more than 10 to 15 branches, we always want to be discussed with 10 to 15 branches when implementing of any strategy. So we always want to be cooperative for implementing any strategy in the society or in the organization. Next one, increased managerial awareness. So always the awareness regarding the managerial things are going to be very important in strategic management. If the strategic management is going to be framed by the organization, then the managerial department will definitely having an awareness on that, and they can fight for that, and they will one day they will try to achieve that strategy also. So that's why we want to be clearly explain the strategy to the managerial team, then only the managerial team will definitely get an awareness, and they will increase the managerial awareness towards all the employees, and make our organization to achieve our strategy plan within a short span of time. So this is a small explanation about strategic management characteristics and benefits of strategic management. I hope you all understood that today's topic. So we are going to complete today's topic. Thank you all.